Okay, today I'm out the front of my second investment property. We are 2 hours from Sydney, regional town, and I really love this town. If you can see, there's actually surrounded by national park. So the town is actually landlocked, even though we are out in the regions, which is really good for this town because it fixes the supply of housing and drives up the demand because they can't keep building out into the national park. So the house is a 2-bedroom standalone double brick house, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom and a double garage out the back with a back lane. Purchased this property in March 2019 for $230,000. Current value about $520,000. There's a couple of properties in this same street that are for sale now for more than $550,000. So that's 120% gain in less than 5 years. Current loan I've got on it is $330,000. So I've leveraged this up a couple of times to get myself into 3 or 4 properties, extra properties. It is currently vacant. Tenant moved out this week. I'm just up here doing a couple of touch-up work, and then it is on the market now for $400,000. So that's a 9% yield on the original purchase price and 6% on the debt that I'm carrying. So it still cash flows, even though I've topped up the loan 2 or 3 times. So it's been a great foundation property to build my portfolio. So I will run you through the house. I've got a couple of notes here, but I'll run you through the house first, give you a quick show around, and then I'll explain the value adds that I have planned for this one. I always like to try and value add every property I have to get the higher rents out of the property, because ultimately the higher rents get capitalized into higher prices. So before we get into that, I'll just show you through. It's one of my favorite properties, this one. It's double brick, doesn't even have gyprock. This is hard brick painted. Bedroom number 1, built-in chimneys, but they've been replaced with gas heaters because it can get cold out here. It even snows sometimes. To give you a hint of where we are. Second bedroom, built-in wardrobes, nice and clean, tidy. Beautiful kitchen, clean and tidy. I did a depreciation report on this when I first purchased it, and it got out, the quantity surveyor got about 50 grand from the work that was done prior. So this property, I haven't done really anything to it other than just general upkeep. So this was tenant ready when I purchased it, because I learnt my lesson for my first property, not to buy anything that needs too much work. So kitchen and laundry in one. There I am again with my notes. And it's the backyard. So this property is currently only listed as a 1-bedroom house because it doesn't have a living area. So my plan is to, at some point, first value add would be to do an extension, to put a sunroom on the back, so then it has a living area, so then I can rent it for a 2-bedroom, and if not even a 3-bedroom house. That'll automatically boost the rents by a good 20 or 30%. And then, so while I'm up here, these bricks that are stacked along the fence are now starting to look a bit sketchy, so I am pulling them down. Not me, I would back in the day, but I'm getting a handyman to pull it all down and stack it somewhere safe. And then I'm going to run a new ColourBond fence. It's started here, so I've got about 20 meters of fencing to put in here all the way down the end of the house. So I'll get that thrown in before we rent it out again, just so I've got no issues. So second option to value add, this is a double garage. Fibro, I don't think it's asbestos. It was knocked up not too long ago, so it doesn't I don't believe it's asbestos, but either way, I'll be pulling off the fibro, either weatherboard. You can get colour bond weatherboard these days, so it's 70-year life, design life, so you don't have to paint it every 5 to 10 years. So this double garage it's got the electricity, it's got a slab, it's got a back lane. It's got a back lane, and it's got a classic old, I'll show you from this side, an outside dunny. So it's got all the plumbing here, it's got all the services. It just needs to be really just renovated. So probably I reckon 100 grand max. So old toilet, they don't use it because it's got a toilet inside the house, but it's got everything here to cut it in half, put a weatherboard, colour bond fence in the middle, and that would be a second residence in itself. Currently now, planning wise, this town is making it tricky because you need at least a car spot on the land for every parcel. So that is the only obstacle. So this one is on the back burner until planning changes. But for me, I'm going to hang on to this one for the rest of my life. It is one of the best properties I've picked up, both capital growth and cash flow. And if he is a good boy, one day he can have it. Avi! So, yes, I think that is all for today for this one. If you are interested in such properties where you can get both capital growth and cash flow with value add by way of extension, which would be the first option, that's pretty easy enough to do. And then down the track to then subdivide or even keep the same title and build the second dwelling using the current infrastructure on this site. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you next time.